What's up, everybody? This is John here at metalaviation.com, and we're going to go over the prop. The prop is pretty simple, so let's make this short and sweet and let's get to it. On the front of your prop, there's a designation, two numbers, 9x6. It says actually 9 times 6, but we just call it a 9-6. A 9-6 is what we have in our hand here. And what does that first number mean? 9. That means tip to tip, this prop is 9 inches. The length of the prop is the first number. That's it. End of story. Let's move on to the second number. The 6. What does the 6 mean? Well, the 6 basically designates the pitch, which basically is the angle of each blade of the prop. The higher the number, the more drastic the angle of the blade. What it really means, though, is how far forward this prop will move in a solid by inches. So this prop on one full turn would move 6 inches through a solid. So in one full turn, how many inches forward it'll move in a solid? The easiest way to explain that is if it were in a cube of Jello. If this were in a big cube of Jello, we went one full turn forward, it would move 6 inches cutting through that Jello. If it were a 7-pitch prop, it'd move 7 inches. If it were a 4-pitch prop, it'd move 4 inches. I think you get the picture. So what if this were a 12-inch prop? It'd probably move further through the Jello, right? No, it wouldn't. It's still a 6-pitch. So even if it were 8 feet long, on one full turn, it would still only move 6 inches through that Jello. So if that's the case, what good is length? Well, what length will do will give us more torque and more power. So this was taken off the Metal Aviation Yak 54, which the 9.6 is a perfect prop for that plane because it gives it enough torque and power to hover and do all the 3D tricks you want to do, but it also spins fast enough to make the plane fly as fast as it really needs to go. But if you're flying something like a park flyer, or I'm sorry, a park jet, you'd want to go something like a 6-inch prop. You want to make this a lot shorter so you can spin that prop at a higher RPM and give you more speed. You'll lose a little bit of torque, but it doesn't really matter because you're not trying to hover or do crazy tricks with a park jet like you would the Yak 54. But you still want enough length on that so you can go straight vertical unlimited, or maybe come close to the ground and pull up at the last second. You still want to be able to do some fun tricks with it. So the 6.4 on a park jet is pretty much a perfect prop. If you want to go a lot faster, you could always drop down your length and maybe put a 4-cell on there and make it spin faster, and you might not lose a lot of torque, but you gain some more speed. So you want to ride that fine line between pitch and length so the plane performs the way you want it to with the right prop. Also, the motor is going to make a big difference there too. Your prop is really going to dictate your motor. Once you determine what type of prop you're going to need for that plane, then you're going to get the motor. If you just throw this 9.6 on any old motor, you might throw it on a motor that can't handle it. So that little motor might try to turn this big prop, draw too many amps, burn the motor up. So you definitely need to make sure that you have the right motor for the right prop. And that's going to all come with experience. One of the things you can do is download our PDF plans, and in those plans it'll tell you exactly which prop, motor, speed control, battery that we recommend that will work perfectly for those plans. Then as you get a little bit more experienced and you build a comparable plane to maybe one of our planes, you'll get an idea of what you need, and who knows, maybe you might burn up a few motors and speed controls and learn your lesson the hard way. Everybody's done it. So that's basically the prop, and like I said, you got to ride that fine line between pitch and length and then know what motor to put that prop on once you have all that determined. So that's basically the prop. There's not really a whole heck of a lot more to it. Pitch and length, your number's right on the front, and that's it for the prop. Later.